Welcome back, guys. We're watching season 6, episode 4 of Outlander. This is called Hour of the Wolf. Last episode was really stressful because I was just so scared that Fergus was actually going to be dead by the end of the episode, and I'm very thankful that it. Outlander really does touch on a lot of tough topics. I really appreciate this series for doing that, and I'm sure the books as well. I'm just so thankful. It's just good. It's good to see hardships in real life and not a fairy tale fantasy all the time. So I really appreciate it. I'll always say that. But I'm ready to jump into this episode. Oh, we're gonna see. Oh, cool. Yes, finally. Oh, they don't shave. Oh. Oh my God.
The ceremony that was performed this day. Every drop of white blood has been washed from your veins.
Damn.
You are adopted into our great family.
So they did accept him fully.
The flesh of our flesh.
Wow.
Bone of our bone. You will be called Guaho Lochia, Wolf's brother.
All right, we get it. Yeah, me being done with them now. We get it. You love each other. And you're just sexually satisfied. And everything's great. I'm just kidding.
And now and again, I miss those times.
No.
And I had faith in you then, lad. I have faith in you still. Must try to find faith in yourself once again. Morpheus. Thank you, my lord. I've simply balanced.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, Fergus, you have no idea. It's so sad. He has no idea how much he's done for Jamie and Claire. God, what a gift Fergus is.
Won't be enough to save
Oh.
Tell me, Liana.
About 60 years from now, the government will force the Cherokee off their land. They'll move them 1,000 miles. They'll call it the Trail of Tears. I don't know, it didn't seem right to know and not tell you.
Mohawk. Según
Oh.
Guajologia.
Well, why is he not
Greetings,
happy to
Wolf's brother.
see them?
Según Wayon Howard.
Whoa. Did she make that? That's so cool.
I was becoming one of them. Even Gahilotun was like my brother.
We will all raise her, but she will stay with Jo Young's sister. You loved Jo Young very much, didn't you? I did, but she chose another. And you? Will you choose another? We do not choose Oguaholochia. They choose.
Oh.
Don't always need words.
Oh.
Where you going? I must be with her.
It is for the women to help her now. Be still.
She whose heart I share. She lives. My child. I never saw her. The bairn. It already wrapped her up. Emily got with child again. And was good at that part.
What the hell?
It wasn't meant to be.
There must be something I can do. But we can try.
You have been made Mohawk by an old custom. But your spirit is not Mohawk. Return to your own people.
What?
Among them, your spirit will be strong.
No.
Oh my god.
Well, Yahweh agrees.
Does she? Oh. Damn, really? Really? Your brother and the woman you love.
Please. It is what must be.
Wow. That is so messed up. That is so messed up.
Leave. Leave.
No, that's wrong. That is so wrong. That is so wrong. No wonder Ian wanted to take his own life. You just feel like you're not worthy of anything. You okay? She's not getting pregnant by you, so you're not good enough. Leave. That's wild.
Seems you fought as hard as you could.
Yeah.
You out taking her by force.
Yeah, right. That's hard. That's hard to carry. Oh man.
You must be Mr. James Fraser in the flesh.
And who are you?
Alexander Cameron.
Thank you for answering.
King made a promise to the Indians not to settle beyond the treaty line.
But if the Indians choose to sell, then that's a different matter, eh? It is inevitable this push west.
You have enough land. They don't be involved in illegal dealings.
You want to put us to sleep? With that?
Yes, but only for a few moments.
Is it dangerous?
No. No, not at all. Time. But Malva is my apprentice. She needs to practice.
I'll go first, Lizzy.
No.
In case it goes awry.
Thank you for your concern for me. But I'll go first. I'm no afraid.
Now, Lizzy, I want you to breathe deeply. Count with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. During surgery, you wouldn't want the patient to come round so quickly.
Wait, oh God.
She doesn't feel it.
Mr. Fraser says we could cut someone quite open.
Okay, why is she talking like that?
You wouldn't feel it.
Oh my god, she's gonna put her dad on this.
When are you going to begin?
We did it, Lizzy. It's over. You've been fast asleep.
That's so weird.
Havna. Jesus, Barry. And you can't wake up until you take the mask away.
No.
As if we killed him and brought him back to life again.
Mouth.
So you know when my father says it's devil's work? You'd say no one but God has a right to do such things.
Perhaps you better not tell him now.
Don't you think it, mistress? Stop me from coming.
Yeah. And he'd probably get lashes.
I'm ready.
Did they have a son? He brings them much
wow. God. Oh,
joy. He
freaking.
was walking when we left home.
Damn, and he was walking. Ooh. Fight him. Oh, shit.
You've turned my wife against me. You stole her hand. Let's hear that story around for yourself.
Oh, bear killer! You ken why these lads wear a scalp lock, do you? It's a taunt to their enemies. Makes it harder to scalp them.
Let him go.
Ah, down.
An apology first. You insulted me.
You want to fight?
Oh.
Meet me back here.
Oh no.
Don't I mean that?
Yeah, no.
Accept.
Oh my god. God, men. You have a fucking daughter or son and a wife for this, and Ian's gonna feel guilty.
To the Indians.
The challenge is laid down and accept it.
Oh my god. I cannot believe it. This was between Ian and him, not... You've got a child. Oh my god, ridiculous.
Is God punishing me? Bringing him here to remind me?
No, lad. God doesn't punish. We need to trust he has a plan. He's gracious. Merciful.
If that's true, Then where is she? Wandering. Lost.
My daughter, Faith. She was also lost. I never held her either.
At the end of life comes death.
And after death, we come home to the Lord. Come. We shall ask my daughter to look for yours in heaven.
No.
Again, she will find her there.
Just my uncle's weapon. Finest there is. If I die, go to her. And to my son.
Damn.
Swear you'll go to her.
She gave him the same
Care for her.
one.
For that.
Are those who see in dreams what is to come. 60 years from now, your people will be taken from their land. The path they tread will be called the trail where they wept.
Who did this?
Winfield Scott, my daughter says, a general.
It is good you have given us the weapons, then.
20 muskets against 20,000. It will not save you.
What is the benefit of your warning, then?
Hope so. If you pass this warning to your descendants, then perhaps they will escape and live. Be it King George's men or our enemies. Fight for yourselves.
That's wonderful advice. That's just... Jamie's such a good human. Just so good.
This wife you have, pay a great deal for her.
She cost me almost everything I had. She was worth it.
Gosh.
Ready?
He turned early.
Good. Oh god, that's so amazing that Ian can do that. That is so big of him to just do that right now. That's big. That's so big. That's hard.
God chose you to be with her.
Life is so weird and we don't know what happens and what we're supposed to do. Like, why do things happen the way they do? No, oh, he's gonna let go of her now. Ian, he just like grew so much more in this
Not I had to
episode.
choose who to be.
This is a good episode.
You're not afraid of much, though. Are you, Lizzy?
Aww. Oh, she likes Keziah. Aww. She's so happy. It's so sweet. They're so cute. She's always still excited to see her husband after all these years.
I can't be two things at once, Claire. A rebel, a loyalist. It's time to change horses. I will resign as Indian.
Last time, you came back from the Cherokee.
Oh, right.
I feel a wee bit more tired.
Oh, jeez. That's creepy. Oh no. Now I'm worried about them. I'm worried that... I'm okay. Worried that now after seeing this last scene, Malva might be interested in Jamie which, of course, and I don't blame her, but the conversation they had in the middle of the woods, she might have misconstrued what he was saying. Like, you know, all the lads must be after you, and maybe she thought that meant like he was flirting with her, which he wasn't. But maybe I don't know, maybe that's why she's, I mean, I think she wants to be a healer. I think she wants to learn, but there's something a little off about her. Like, it sucks because she seems really sweet, and then the thought of her and Ian getting together, she reminds me of Jenny. Like, it's like, oh, that's cool. But then there's this sociopathic thing about her. Like, I hate to say it because it's the actress's face, and there's nothing wrong with her face at all. Obviously, she's beautiful, but there is like something. I don't know if it's just the way she's making herself look, but there's sometimes where she's like she's talking about cutting people open and they wouldn't even know, and she's all like has this demented little look in her eye. I'm hoping it's just her being curious and it's fun to watch or something, and it's like she's young and she's just learning. But her whole story, that I don't know, there's something off there. Something's a little bit off. But yeah, it could be that she is interested in Jamie, and I guess we'll just kind of have to see what happens. But I think Claire needs to potentially watch her back. Because if she starts to know how to like use any of her like ether or do anything, she could poison someone, or she could put someone out. And yeah, it's kind of scary because you would never expect that from her because she looks so sweet and innocent. But yeah, you can't. I think she said that too, didn't she? She said that to Ian, like, don't judge a book by its cover. No, she didn't say that. That's like 21st century. But she said something along those lines, like, you know, I mean, even though I look a certain way, don't be deceived by that. So who knows? I'd be looking over my shoulder though, for sure, because that's just how I am. And I have these senses. So we got to talk about Ian. That was very tough. Very, very, very tough. Their story with Emily, I can't say her real name either, but the story he had with her was so beautiful. She chose him. They fell in love. They tried for 2 children. And it seemed so, I don't know. To me, it felt strange that she would just drop him like that. But it could be a part of their culture too. Essentially, that was how it was viewed. And so it was more of a cultural move rather than like this loyalty situation. Because when Ian did confront her and found his best friend with her, she seemed very upset and said this is what has to be done. So it sounds like that's just like what they had to do. And in the end, who knows what it is, what should or shouldn't be done. I mean, obviously from my perspective, you stay together with the person you love and who loves you back and who treats you well and you treat each other well. And even if you can't conceive, even if there's hardships, you stay with that person. But again, this is a different time period, so it's really hard for me to really speak on it. I don't think she did it she didn't want to hurt Ian, but my God, of course it's going to hurt him. You make choices that hurt people. And that's the thing, that's life. You make choices, they're going to hurt people. And I think for Ian, his perspective of this must be gut-wrenching. He must feel like a burden, a curse, like he's dirty, like he's wrong, there's something wrong with him. when he was suicidal with Roger, I was just so confused by his behavior, because I was like, did his wife die? What happened? This makes way more sense. Ian is still really young, and I think it was like the first time in his life where he finally found his people. He really felt like he was a part of this tribe, and the fact that they kind of kicked him out and they said, you need to go find your own kin, and your spirit will be stronger there, it won't be strong here. Probably just, it broke his spirit. So he's been lost, and I think when you feel lost, it's a really, speaking from experience, it's extremely disorienting. You don't know which way is up, which way is down. What should you believe? What should you not believe? When it comes to faith or lack of faith, when it comes to humanity, there's a lot of, like, in who you are, like, well, wait, like, what does this make me? What does this mean about me? There's a lot of just these tough, look at yourself in the mirror type of conversations you have to have. And so for Ian to go through this, where he felt like he was finally home, and he literally even told his wife, like, you are my home, and my baby is my home. To be kicked out of his home and to be like this refugee in this world where he's not even in his land, he's not in Scotland, he's in a foreign land, and he's trying to make the best of it, but it's confusing and he feels lost. At least he felt stable and connected with his wife, and now he's gone. Now she is gone, and the life he could have had with her, the children he may have had with her, it's gone. And how you reconcile that, I'm not sure. But I think, of course, with time, everything comes together. You're able to look back. You're able to understand why. That's what hindsight is 20/20 means. When you're far away from something, when you've gone far away, you've experienced life, you've lived a while, and you look back, you can see it much more clearly. And this is the curse of aging. Because when you age, it gets harder. Things are harder, and physically maybe in some of us. Youth, you have more energy, you're more vibrant in some ways, not all the time, but it is like that, and then that's what youth is wasted on the young. It's so true. But you do get to look back, and then you get to be able to see it clearly. So I think if Ian gives himself time, rather than wanting to take his life, there may be a clearer picture in the future. And we're talking 10 years from now, or 30 years, 50 years from now, if he's still lucky to even be alive. So we don't know. We don't know what our story is. We are just living day to day, and that's really what it is. And we can look back and learn from our mistakes, make better choices, go forward, and also, and that's just a side note, as it's just a supportive thing to say for anyone who's watching this. But for Ian, he didn't make any mistakes. He really followed his heart. That's not a mistake, even if it didn't work out. And it's so hard, when you lose someone you love, when you feel that connection is still there, and the other person is not willing or doesn't want to keep trying with you, it is a pain that is really hard to explain unless you go through it. So I feel Ian on that. It's really hard. But I'm very proud of him for being the bigger man and really taking care of his friend who he used to be friends with. And even though he is with his wife, it just shows growth. We are not, I know it's crazy to say this, and I know it's like obvious for a lot of others, but we have no control over anything, even the one we love. Like, of course, right? Like, you're not supposed to control people, but it doesn't stop us from doing that. A lot of and that's the thing, is like, learning about what real love is, it is letting go in some ways. I mean, you have to let go. And then if someone really loves you, if they really want to be with you, they are going to be there. They're going to be there. So it's sweet that Ian says to, I forget his name, but that God chose him. That's a sweet thing to say. It's beautiful. But we don't know that. We don't know why that happened. But I think he's a good guy. He's a good guy for her too. Like, he's not a bad man. He's a good person. So at least there's that. Like, she's going to be treated well. But there's, I'm thankful that Ian let go, and now he gets to start fresh. And that's hard, yeah. Just letting go, letting that go. Because there's always a little bit of hope. There's always a little bit of hope, I think, even when you end relationships, that maybe it'll come back, maybe we'll meet again. And that doesn't always happen, that. And it was very beautiful to hear Jamie talking about that prayer that his daughter can find Ian's daughter in heaven, and they'll be together. That really made me so sad and happy at the same time. I can feel that though, like, that is God punishing me? Why are these things happening? What is this? Why is it so hard? And when Jamie said, you know, God is merciful, I don't know, it made me feel, I don't know, that was a really beautiful thing to say. It's just beautiful. Sometimes people's perspective can be optimistic. This one was a heavy one, but so far season 6 is really, really good. I'm really appreciating it. There's a lot of maturity going on in this. Everyone is becoming who they need to become. Everyone is learning, and everyone is growing. And it's really just awesome to see. And I am so thankful that Jamie, the chief, what was going to happen. And it was also just so cool that he's so spiritual that he believes into, you know, like, he's like, oh yeah, I believe that. like that's cool. Like, that is awesome. He's not thinking you're crazy. It's just like, yeah, okay, that's good to know. That's really good to know. I don't know. These little moments are really cool, in my opinion, and when they do that in this series. But, all right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching with me, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye, everybody.